Area 51, they call it a test site. A patch of desert, a dry lake bed, a name on no map. Yet in the scorched silence of Nevada, behind fences, sensors, and unseen eyes, lies a place where secrecy breeds suspicion, and silence speaks the loudest. Area 51. For years it did not exist, until it did. Acknowledged in late documents, denied in plain speech, guarded by airspace so restricted that a wrong turn becomes a warning. If it is only about airplanes, why this much shadow? If it is only about prototypes, why the decades of omission? In a nation flooded with data, why does this one point on Earth absorb curiosity like a black hole? Stories converge here. Night skies split by impossible maneuvers, lights that stop, pivot, and vanish. Radar echoes that defy the textbooks. Former workers who talk then fall quiet. Contractors who travel on unmarked flights and sign away their voices. Photographs that appear, then disappear. A perimeter that moves with you, whether you cross it or not. Some say the truth is buried under the salt flats, in hangars you cannot see and tunnels you cannot map. Some say the truth is not of this earth at all, reverse-engineered craft. Devices that bend inertia. Materials we do not yet know how to name. Others say the greatest secret is simpler, a machinery of control that decides which questions the public is allowed to ask. Coincidences multiply. Crashes before facilities, sightings before disclosures, fiction that arrives years ahead of confirmation. Technologies that the world swears are impossible until a press conference says otherwise. When patterns repeat this precisely, chance starts to look like choreography. The desert remembers. Groom Lake stretches like an engineered mirage, runways etched into bone-dry earth, structures rising and sinking with the rhythm of classified budgets. Maps once blurred now show just enough to tease. Laws bend to accommodate what cannot be explained in court. The message is consistent: look but do not see. Ask, but do not know. Perhaps the question is no longer whether secrets are kept here, but what kind and how deep they run. Perhaps the riddle is not about visitors from elsewhere, but about the thresholds of human technology, the brink where science fiction turns into classified fact. Or perhaps both stories are the same story, told with different clearances. We live under satellites, drones, and cameras, yet the most monitored age in history still finds ways to miss what matters. Maybe absence is the point. Maybe the gap is designed. Ridicule as a lock, noise as a shield, disclosure as a drip you learn to stop tasting. Ask yourself, if even one rumor proves true, what unravels first? The textbooks, the doctrines, the trust? Who decides when the future becomes public? Who decides which truths are stabilizing, and which truths are too heavy for daylight? Area 51 is a place, yes, but it is also an idea. A symbol that sits between what is known and what is allowed to be known. It endures because the answers arrive late, because the documents end in black lines. Because the sky over Nevada still writes in a language we are not permitted to read. So we wait at the edge of the fence, listening to the desert breathe. We follow the lights that shouldn't move that way. We count the coincidences until they stop feeling like coincidences. And we hold the simplest possibility close, that conspiracy is sometimes only the truth, 20 years ahead of schedule. Where transparency ends, speculation begins. Where maps go blank, myth takes root. And in that liminal space, under the hard stars and the harder silence, Area 51 keeps its vigil continuously classified, relentlessly questioned, perpetually unsolved.